I couldn't believe it, but shaving foam is the absolute secret tip for the household. There are 8 incredible tricks with shaving foam that almost nobody knows, but everyone should know simply because they are so ingenious. I'll show them to you here. And if you've only ever used shaving foam for shaving, you'll be amazed. For the first trick, let's use shaving foam in our oven. To do this, you should put a small amount in the oven. In the end, we want to make sure that the entire oven is covered in shaving foam, especially the places where we find a lot of dirt. The reason why shaving foam is suitable for cleaning is because of its ingredients. These are perfect for completely removing grease, stubborn dirt, and even water stains. I'll show you many more ingenious ways to use it in a moment. Now leave the whole thing to work for about an hour. Then grab a cloth, dampen it a little, and start wiping the shaving foam out of the oven again. In the end, we want to make sure that there is no shaving foam left in the oven. But what this has now done is it has also removed and softened all the dirt. At the end, all you have to do is wipe over it again with a damp cloth so that there are no shaving foam residues left in the oven, and it should be completely clean again. And it is precisely this ability to remove stubborn stains and grease that you can use on your hob, because this is where you often find burnt on food. Simply put some shaving foam on your hob and spread it with a cloth so that a thin layer of shaving foam is spread all over the hob. Again, you should now wait. Around half an hour to 60 minutes is sufficient, depending on how dirty it was. Then grab a damp cloth and wipe off the shaving foam. But what you'll notice straight away is that not only will you remove the shaving foam, but even all the stubborn burnt-on stains that were still on it before will be completely gone after wiping over it. And in the end, your entire stove will be really nice and clean again, and it will shine like new, as you can clearly see here in the before and after comparison. Another great option is to clean your hairbrush with shaving foam. This is because there is often a lot of hair that gets stuck here, and therefore also a lot of dirt that you have brushed out of your head. The first thing you should do is comb through it. This is because you can get perfectly between the individual crevices with the comb and remove all the hair once. Once you've removed the coarse hairs, the first step is done. For the second step, all you need to do is spread some shaving foam on your hairbrush, massage it in a little, and use the comb again to really get it into all the nooks and crannies. You should then leave the hairbrush on for around 10 to 20 minutes. When the time is up, all you have to do is rinse it out again, and you should be able to see straight away that your hairbrush is free of hair and other dirt and grease that would otherwise get stuck in the hairbrush. And if you thought that your washing machine would clean itself during the wash, then you were wrong. But you can use shaving foam for this too. And not just for the drum, but also for other parts of the washing machine, as I will now show you in more detail. The first step, of course, is to spread a good amount of shaving foam in the drum. You can rub it in everywhere so that the entire drum ends up full of shaving foam. But that's not all, because you should now leave it to work for around 30 minutes. In the meantime, you can also rub the door glass with shaving foam, as it is also great for cleaning windows. And you can use the shaving foam to wipe down not only the window, but also all other possible external panels of the washing machine. This will get them clean again. Then you should set your washing machine to the highest temperature and then switch it on once and run it through completely without laundry with the shaving foam inside. This will clean the inside of the drum really well, and the washing machine will be clean again and ready to take care of your laundry. And if you've ever had stains on your sofa, you know how annoying it is to remove them. But shaving foam can help here too, as it can also remove stains from upholstered furniture and carpets. To do this, you should first vacuum the area so that there is no hair or other dirt on it. Now apply a small amount of shaving foam directly to the stain and rub it in well so that the entire stain is covered with shaving foam at the end. Now it's time to wait. You should wait 1 to 2 hours. Then we come to the second step. You need a slightly softer brush for this. You should now rub it back and forth over the entire shaving foam. This will get the stain out of the upholstery. And then you should just grab a damp cloth and wipe it all over again to remove all the shaving foam residue. You can then see that the stain has been completely removed. All you have to do now is let everything dry so that the sofa is no longer damp in this area. And the shaving foam has another secret advantage on the glasses. To do this, you should apply a very small amount of shaving foam to the lenses. The best way to do this is with a glasses cleaning cloth. Now use it to rub all the shaving foam onto your lenses, front and back of course. Keep rubbing until you have applied a thin layer of shaving foam everywhere. Then take a dry side of the cloth and start wiping everything off again. At the end, wipe until the glasses are streak-free. This actually works without any additional water. You just have to wipe a little. What you have now done is cleaned your lenses, of course, and you have also applied a very thin layer of shaving foam to the lenses. This ensures that water can no longer adhere to them. This means that your glasses should no longer fog up in the future. Here you can see that before I treated them with it, they clearly fogged up when I breathed on them. But after this treatment, virtually nothing happens, as the water can no longer adhere and the moisture can no longer stick to the lenses. And because of all the advantages mentioned, it is also a very good combination for cleaning your toilet. And not only in the toilet, but also around the toilet. You can clean and disinfect everything wonderfully with shaving foam. You should also rub shaving foam into your toilet seat. Now wipe through the entire toilet with the toilet roll and make sure that there is some shaving foam all around the toilet roll at the end. Then hang it under the lid so that it can work in well. Leave everything to work for about 30 minutes. Even after you have spread everything well on the floor, you should leave it on for a while. Then grab a damp cloth and wipe all the shaving foam off your floor again. Now wipe again with the toilet seat and flush the toilet and everything is clean again. But now comes the most ingenious trick. You can also use shaving foam in your stainless steel sink. This actually has many advantages, as you'll see in a moment. To do this, you should take a small amount of shaving foam and spread it on a dishwashing brush and then use it to spread it all over the sink so that there is a thin layer of shaving foam everywhere. You can also do this on your tap. Spread a little more shaving foam in the sink if it's not enough. If you end up with this thin layer, you should also wait here again. Leave it on for about 1 to 2 hours before wiping through again with the washing up brush. But first you should make it reasonably damp. Now rub the entire sink thoroughly before you start to rinse out all the shaving foam. In the end, the entire sink will be clean and shiny again. And the most ingenious advantage is that you can also completely remove coffee or tea stains or darker stains in general. Would you now like to know what incredible baking paper tricks there are that almost nobody knows but everyone should know? Then click on the video you see on the screen and I'll show you.